Why is there a gay accent? Some have said that the inflection was developed to help gay men identify each other back when it was less acceptable in society. There was a Reddit post that was discussing how some men lost the inflection when they were zonked by anesthesia. Makes it seem like it's possibly learned or purposeful. Pretty solid documentary on this called, Do I Sound Gay? Gay man exploring the potential roots of the specific inflection in his voice and interviewing with linguists plus LGBTQ plus comedians. This is actually a great question that's related to a lot of psychosocial concepts that generally go unnoticed in society. There are identifying characteristics that display certain aspects of someone's existence. An expensive car or a fancy watch are social identifiers meant to project the appearance of wealth so that people are aware of it. Of course, these social identifiers don't always have to be physical. They can be kinds of body language, accents, etc. For the majority of history, being anything other than straight has been seen as abhorrent and wrong. So it's not like a gay man could just go outside wearing a rainbow vest and a sign that says, "I like men." That's how the gay accent developed. It's a subtle way of communicating to other gay folk that they share that aspect of identity. It doesn't just apply to gay men, though. It also happens in lesbians. For example, the whole lumberjack lesbian persona, which consists of flannels, jeans, and combat boots. As a lesbian myself, I find that it's far easier to catch the attention of my target demographic when decked out in lesbian gear than it is when wearing clothing associated with straight females. Part of the reason social stereotypes surrounding the gay community are so prevalent is because it's kind of self-inflicted. The gay community loosely adheres to certain archetypes in order to more easily identify one another. Hey, with said accent. Definitely learned from others, either by media or face-to-face interactions. It seems the accent serves as a signal of sexual preference. Think of it as a shorthand so others like them can identify a member of the in-group. It doesn't mean all gay people speak the same, of course. There are many gay people that do not use the gay accent. But it is definitely a thing. As many people here can attest, once in a while you might meet someone straight who uses the gay accent. But chances are pretty high someone using it is gay more often than not. This is going to sound weird, but one of my friends from high school who was openly gay admitted to me he fakes his voice. I, later on, heard his actual tone at some point and was shocked by how deep it naturally is. He never explained why he changed the way he talked. Used to work with a gay guy who spoke with a deep voice. One Monday morning he came in the office saying, "Hey, everybody," in a very high-pitched tone. He immediately caught himself and resumed his deep voice. My pet theory as a gay man is that most gay men usually end up having girls as friends growing up. Because being gay meant the other guys would beat you up and ostracize you. Since we tend to grow up more around women, we adopt some of their speech patterns and mannerisms. At some point it became the main trait of being gay. So other gay men learned to adopt it as a safer way to signal out their preferences. Any subculture will develop accents and slang. I never thought about this until a friend of mine came out. Prior to this I've been friends with other gay men that didn't have the accent. When this one friend came out he suddenly had it. And honestly that threw me off more than him being gay, since I kind of had a feeling he was. I never asked him why his voice changed or if that was his natural voice and his other voice was fake. The honest-to-God most controversial question is whether men, homo 0 are hetero, use the gay lisp by nature or choice. Going further, does a gay voice mean that someone is gay? I've known several men who have a gay-sounding voice, inflection. But they swore that they weren't gay anytime someone broached the subject. There are plenty of children with gay mannerisms and speaking voices. They aren't doing it on purpose. I was a shy, quiet, sensitive kid. My dad thought I was too girly. He made a lot of comments about it and complained to my mom a lot. It was made clear to me that this was a defect. So I spent my adolescence trying very hard to act and sound more masculine. When I started coming out, I was extremely proud that people were shocked. I loved when people said, "But you don't sound gay." Or when gay people called me straight acting as a compliment. I was proud to not be one of those swishy faggots. One day it occurred to me how fucked up that is. It took time, but I have been able to find my voice again. I'm not sure if I sound gay now, and I honestly don't care. I also don't care if or why someone else might sound gay. Sometimes I worry about gay people who seem straight, but I remind myself that that's my own baggage. I definitely try to avoid folks who think straight acting is a compliment. With no disrespect intended, I am reading all these comments with a gay accented voice in my head. Unrelated. But when I was in college there was this one straight guy who had a thick gay accent and completely slayed with the ladies. He dated the hottest French exchange students and had a reputation as the most talented mouth on campus. Maybe there are some guys out there who use it because they want to. But TBH, I suspect it only persists because the entertainment industry doesn't know how else to signal that orientation. Then again, my only data point on the topic was a guy the first knew in high school who struggled with coming out. Rural school. Fairly conservative area. Pre-internet, so not easy to get advice about it. He knew he liked guys. But he didn't want to be that kind of gay. The lispy thing annoyed the shit out of him. Once he figured out that he could just be himself and date guys without changing his voice or mannerisms, he was a lot more accepting. I think his parents knew before he did. And fortunately they didn't bat an eye. It's not necessarily a gay accent. I know guys that speak like this and aren't gay. But none of the gays I've met had the accent. It's close to how women use their voices. So I guess if you have many female friends you could develop a similar accent to them. Gay men are probably more likely to have female friends. But I may be wrong. Maybe manly sounding men are putting on deeper voices subconsciously. But their natural voices are higher. Way back when I was in community college, I read a research reference that stated inner ear differences were found in gay men. Take this with a grain of salt. 1. This was 1999. 2. It was one research study. And 3. I was too young and stupid to properly vet the source in the way that adult me would. Still an interesting theory. In high school I knew a guy who was gay that said he started talking like that ironically, like as a joke on the stereotype, and after a while it kinda stuck.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.